Sige. Sige, group number 3. Mag-clap sa kata.
MSD documentation, picture. Video.
Mag-post ako sa FB, feeling blessed with my family. Next scene. Buwan namin, tapos ako schedule, 7:30 AM pa. Ang next na mga klase, 8 PM.
Is to see every transformed life become a committed part of the movie. Yes! In every campus, in every workplace, in every community.
Amen, let's pray. Yes, amen. Next scene. Lord, opportunity na kayo sa Lord, gawa sila gibuhat. Gapon pa ko na sinan sa vision na bago na dito siya. Wala imposible sa Ginoo. Ako gusto gina ako ni share nga nakapabagaw sa akong kinabuhi. While lying, pulis si Jesus Christ. Let's pray. Ganito. Uy! Oh, may klase 3v3? Hindi, 3v3 klase. Okay, campus life, let's go.
Family gathering na. Invite yung mga tao sa mag-imot at family service team. Family home church. Papakanta.
Okay, sige pa, patuloy media. Okay, magkita tayo. Maybe GA, come on. That's the end of our skate. That's fine. Yeah!
May hapon sa nanay. May hapon. Kami na yung group 2. So, warning lang, rated is PG niya mo. Maalala mo kaya niya mga time. So, yan kami yung mga tawel. Okay. Sige na, salamat.
First scene. Dahil sa kalalaki na naginabuling grabe ka-dark na life. He is engaged in drugs, alcohol addict, and cigarettes. Marami siya kanan ng mga illegal na droga, pamamaman ng pagdadilig sa pananaw sa Ginoo. In fact, na siya isang kabit. Maskin pa kung na siya nasawa sa ilang balay. Happy tayo siya. Every time, magkita sila silang kabit o magbuhat sila sa mga butaw, magdadilig sa pananaw sa Ginoo. Mauni ang kinabuhi ni Jamal sa pilang katuig. Second scene. Every time mauni si Jamal sa ilang walay, naaalito ang iyang habang ang rabi o relasyon sa Ginoo. Every time mauni siya sa ilang walay, ang iyang kinabuhat sa iyang mama o sa iyang kabit o sa iyang asawa rather, is i-hurt silang mama. Iyang asawa, battered wife, iyang kinasipa, iyang kinasampay. Kung wala ko ilang, iyang kinahasap sa iyang pamilya. Iyang mama, mag-cigarette hula, makampo sa Ginoo, masama, i-change na sa Ginoo, iyang pamilya. Pero wala, habang ka-pray, iyang mama, mas worse ang iyang anak. Manipa, manampalong, o pag-curse sa ilang duha. Mauni ang kinabuhi ni Jamal. Every time muli siya sa ilang balay. Third scene. Isang kaagaw ni Ana na isang asawa ng Nana Jamie, isang pastor in charge sa evangelism sa ilang church. He's doing home visitation. Pagsulong niya sa balay ni Jamal na walay tao, naluoy siya o niyang i-share ang gospel sa Ginoo. Kabalo sa GB na naginahanglan si Jamal sa Ginoo sa iyang grasya. Pero wala si Jamal na pamumulbumol ka. In fact, ang ilan na i-reject si GB, iyang kinatalaya sa Ginoo. Si GB tayo, sa tao lang uhawa, pero nakampo sa Ginoo masana. Sa second time nila kapagkita ni Jamal, pag-change na siya. Grabe yung kinabuhi si Jamal, walay consent siya. Pero may kadaan na hubog. O isa kaadlaw ni Ana, habang masturya sila sa iyang asawa, i-advise na siya sa iyang asawa nga magbag na o mabalik sa Ginoo. Iyan isang palong o yan isang pa iyang asawa! Iyan isang pa o yan isipaw tayo ang asawa! O kaay dugo nga nagawas! Sa tingin siya ang O sa diha-diha, igawas ang maot ka ng ghost sa iyang lawas o nahimo sa bagong matao tungkol sa grasya sa Ginoo. O mga to ang turning point sa kinabuhi ni Jamal. Pagkaugma, di ba na si Jamal na bagong tao? Kinisa niya kung muli ang mama o iyang wife? O nag-andam siya? Nag-andam siya o ilang pabaho? Kinagayang bulang iyang asawa o na may resort. O invite niya iyang asawa o iyang mama na mag-church sila sa church ni Pastor Jimmy o magbuhat o Bible study kay kabalo siya mag-ibang mo siya sa Ginoo. Nagkita sa Pastor Jimmy o happy kay si Pastor Jimmy sa nakita na changes silang kinabuhi. O dito nag-start ang change sa kinabuhi ni Jamal o change sa kinabuhi sa iyang pamilya. O buoto, si Jamal karoon sa nakapastor sa ilang church. Nag-evangelize sa iyang mga kauban o mga drug addict o nakawin o 150 souls.
Give your spare time to us to listen. Actually, wala ko yung madunggan na boses diri sa among JB. Di ba nagsabot lang? JB, madamon ni JB, hati ka sa presyo. JB.
Kapag side mo para makita mo sa audience. No blocking of the audience. Roll lang naman.
Sige, wala ko yung madunggan na ano, kay skip man siya, so walay sound. Walay boses. Sige.
Praise. Praise. Maayong buntag sa tanan. Ug ganiya kita karon sa suginanon sa kinabuhi ni Harry. Inspired by the example of Attorney April J. Boloan Amos. Day 1. Si Carl o si Dave magtiayon kasayo sa buntag gamata pirmi para pasalamatan ang Ginoo. Kabuhat sa ilang couples devotional early in the morning to know the Lord more in their lives. They have been a Christian for quite a time, and they have already built churches and one from Cagayan de Oro. Sa laing bahin, sa isang opisina, Howard Group of Companies, na si Lady Girl, ang gitawag na Lady in Kilay because for her, Kilay is life. Sigira siyang pangilay mas kinag-work. O ganiya po si Navy Lane. Gitawag siya nga selfie girl. Kay mas kinag-work, sigira selfie. Katong nagulag sila siyang uyab, nag-selfie nagyapon siya. O ganiya si Joe. Ginatawag nga computer boy, pero hindi sa totoong buhay, acting lang. Sige na siya gula o computer, mas kinag-work. Hindi sa totoong buhay, acting lang. O sa laing bahid, aniya si Harry. Si Harry nagtrabaho sa kumpanya ni Howard Group of Companies. Alas 10 na sa buntag, ug natingala ang iyang mga workmates kay wala pagyapon si Harry. Go, Joe. Wala pa, Harry. Itawagan ka lang pa. Ay, sa kanyang Harry. O dito ba ang Harry na ko? Kung didiretso na si Harry, wala ito ba ito? Wala na yan. Diabot ang ilahang boss na ang pangalan kay si Howard. O natingala si Howard nga nung wala pa nanarbaho ang ilang mga trabahante. Ang isa ng computer, ang isa ng selfie-selfie, ang isa ng kilay-kilay. Nasuko o ayaw si Howard. Niabot si Harry na walay pansin sa iyong
Manager? Sino kasa? Saan mo posisyon yung manager ka? Manager ka? Maski ka mag-director ha? Ano ka rin pamang ka? Oo, di ka mo tubad, pamang ka? Tubad, uy! Nakay ba, no? Ano ka rin pamang ka?
ug sa duha ka oras, sinirag pangasama ang ilang boss na si Howard. Ug nahuman ang pagpangasama ni Howard na narbaho na si nilakaw na siya sa ilahang opisina. After how many hours, hapit na mag-alas 5, nagulat na lang silang upat na mamuli silang mabalay. Pero, nailain na plano si Harry. Kusga, Harry, kusga. O diretso pag alas 5, nang lakaw na silang upat. Day 1, pagkagabi. Ligawas si Harry o si Mayville sa diskuhan. Uy, di lang sa mga. Grabe. Si Harry din. Grabe, unsa man ka. Pag naata sa work, murag wala lang sa imo ha. Ingana ra kadali nga kalimtan ang tanan. Ningon si Baby. Abi ni mong sayon. Oo, gasmile-smile lang ko, gaselfie-selfie ko. Pero sa tinuray, sakit na kay sa kumbagan. Akala ko ikaw lang ang nahihirapan. Ako din, hirap na. Gusto kong sabihin sa'yo, sana ako na lang. Sana ako na lang ulit. Harry. Abisan mo, ikaw na ang episode. Kabalo ka, Mayville? She had me at my worst. You had me at my best. But you chose to break my heart. Ikaw ang isa sa rason nga nung ikaw ganahan mo trabaho, nga nung si ikong absent, si ikong kalate. Ang mundo mo ay umiikot lang sa'yo. Pero iniwan mo lang ako. Undangan na nato ni Harry! Ayoko na! Ayoko na! Goodbye! Paghuman sa day 1, ang ulit na silang tanan. Day 2. Day 2. Harry, payong ko. Padulong na si Harry sa trabaho ug natagpuan niya ang iyang amigo nga si Carl. Bay, kamusta naman ka, Bay? Okay naman ka, Bay? Kamusta man yung trabaho, Bay? Ingon si Carl. Ingon si Harry. Okay naman ka, Bay? Dobby! Asa naman yung mga pamilya karon? Okay naman sa inyong asawa? Okay naman, Bay? Ang imo ang mga anak, isugot Gadevo pa ka? Okay naman ba? Okay na ka? Okay naman ba? Ano sige naman kag-okay? Okay naman ba? Okay, kung si Carl, i-invite niya si Harry. Ikaw na Carl.
Ayun, number din mo. Sige. Lagi kayo oras.
Pagabot sa tarmahawan, day 2, ingato nagyapon ang nahitabo. Kabalo na mo, katong sa day 1, ilihan ako i-narrate. Nahungan ang day 2, nangulit na po sila balik sa ilang balay. O day 3 na dahil. Si Harry, nagtago na po sila balik ni Carl. O liuban si Harry kay Carl. Dito nagsugod na nasiran si Harry o Gospel of Salvation. Nagrepent si Harry sa tanan niya ng mga sala o ipag-pray siya ni Dave o ni Carl. Na-realize ni Harry ang tanan niyang sayop. Na sayop na ibutang sa tao ang iyang kalibutan. Na sayop ang iyang pag-condemn sa iyang kaugalingon. Na sayop ang pagpakamatay o piling solusyon sa iyang mga problema. Na sayop ang iyang pag-drugs. Sayop ang tanan sa iyang kinabuhi. Pero naay paglaog diha sa Ginoo. Ug sugod ato si Harry, gi-accept niya si Jesus sa iyang kinabuhi. Ug pag-abot niya sa iyang workplace, agad-agad kapago si Harry. Gi-invite ni Harry si Job, si David, ug si Lady Girl para i-Bible study. O isugot mo po siya. After work, sila upat niadto sa church. Na-meet nila si Pastor Dave o si Pastor Carl. O naminaw sila sa pulong sa Ginoo. Nagstorya sila sa vision sa church, sa core values, sa goal, love 150, transform 200, 2024 goal, o tanan ka na lang. Katong i-discuss ganina. O sila tanan, nabago ang kinabuhi. Salamat sa Ginoo. O salamat sa
Dali ra kay nimo ah. Okay, so we would like to have your attention because we'll do a mime nga presentation. So wala ni ko ani script. Kamay lang. Okay. Okay, lights, camera, action. Gusto ka ito niya nga. Lahay mo sa kabayo, ganaganan o Axel Rose. Isa siya ka-proud na LGBTQ member. Pagkakita siya ka-amigan, mga sisterakas, o uman pa. mag-take of drugs. Inana ang kinabuhi sa bayon ka drug-addict kasi Axel. Pero, bisa kinala mayang kinabuhi, feeling niya, daghan siya amiga, daghan siya kauban. Ay mga times na ma-feeling niya ka-alone kayo siya. Ay mga times na i-question niya yung kabalingod. Para unsa ba yun niya akong kinabuhi? Para diri na ba yun niya akong kagwapa? Umay mga times na gusto yun siya mag-suicide. Pero sa iyang mag-suicide, dapat natin siya. Gusto niya to die beautiful. Pero kaya po na sa tayo silang dahil na hopeless na yun si Axel Rose. Di na siya kabalo sa buhaton siyang kinabuhi. Na one day, out of nowhere, God sent somebody to reach out to him and share the gospel. Gimago sa Ginoo ang iyang kinabuhi. Ug nag-pray siya. Ug award ng Holy Spirit na mahina siya lalaki. Ug one day, sa iyang devotion, nangayo siya og vision para sa iyang kinabuhi. Ug unsa ang vision? Vision to share the gospel to his friends. Karating sa mga amigo ni Axel na ay mga estudyante. Sila rin mga klase ng mga estudyante na bubuon. Busa sometimes feeling nila hopeless na kayo sila, wala sila yung pang-tuition, mabagsak na sila. Pero tungkol kay gigamit sa Ginoo si Axel, na bago ilang kinabuhi. Ug sugod na ito, naka-decide sila to reach out to the rest of their groups. Dito ang mga arte ng mga ate, mga babe, mga libakira, kung talang klaseng talampakan sa mga malalang matatabaw. I-share ni Axel ang gospel. Kung nag-pray sila, kung sila talaga naka-receive sa vision, gikan sa Ginoo. Sugod na ito, ga-attend na sila ang church. Kapaminaw sila sa wali, Gika sa pastor ang vision ug sila tanan naka-decide to go and follow the vision of the Lord. Because they are transformed to transform. Thank you.
Okay na mo niya sa kubangan ba? Okay na mo niya? Okay, kami ni ang look for. So, sinchay lang pagkamala sa ito. So, magsugod na kamo ang ito. Okay. Magsugod ta diri sa tikas dapit. Naay kuan, usa ka inahan na grabe ang emosyon niya sa Ginoo. Yang pangalan si IC. Hi IC. Losod sa baby. Sa iyang pagkanimutin niya sa itong Ginoo, iyan yung iyang ididikit, iyang anak, pero iyang pagkampo. Pero naguna-una sa siya, si pangalan. Pangalan niya si Jerfy. Yes! So, hindi kami ang pagkampo, Lord, punta ang akong anak. Mahimo gid mayong laki, guwapo, itsuraan, bright, tanan, ug maayong i-inflow sa iyang mga isip-ingon. Yabot ng panahon, iya gid gibuhat ang tanan para mapadako og tarong. Santod niabot ang panahon na nidako na si Jerpy. Intro, gawas na diya. Maayong gid kaayong laki, itsuraan, maayong suyok. Grabe na kulti! Siya dito sa discourse ko! Bisa gani lang lawas, action na dito lang yapon. Okay, nagpapasikas dapat. Samtang nagpakalingaw siya sa iyang pagkabatan noon, dito sa Tikas Dapat, naiwan ako mga guwapa na mga dalaga. Si Chowi, si Kiki.
Istorya me?
Okay, ang istorya si Chowi, si Kiki.
Istorya me?
Ang ilang istoryahan na sila kay kuwan man sila sa youth sila, part sila sa youth na movement
Apil ni sa
sa
iyo.
church.
Ako sa iyo.
So, nagstorya sila na kung saan mo na ako pag-implement kung saan mo na ako pag-actualize ang vision na di sugo sa mga
Isa ba sila sa ko? Kami na.
okay, ako mo na mag-istorya, sige, wala na sinagot.
We can! Sis! Mag-invite ba? Asa? Ay, mag-invite na. Para sa church. Ken! Murag na na ko'y naiisip isa to ma-invite sa church. Anong lalaki nga nasa akong kilid? Go! Ato invite sa church. Hi! says here, you matter. Please accept our invitation because we are willing to transform you. To become what? That one. Read that one. No, not that one. That one. Okay? So see you. Okay, goodbye. I invite mo na ikaw ba? So, hindi ako na siya.
Sugod ato kay nagbato ang kinabuhi ni Jerty. Nagtuloy-tuloy. Nitaas kay grado. Ni-graduate. Nakakita o mayong pagtrabaho. O niya, nitulog siya. Dili lang sa iyang status. Apil sa iyang lawas. Oh, diampuan ni G ang iyang... Jerty! Ano, Jerty? Diampuan ni Jerty. Okay, bilang. Okay, diampuan ni Jerty. Si Jerty, ang workmate na si Tony, na makarecover siya sa iyong debate kay dili ba yan lalim mabulisan. So, ito, after nagipag-pray, na-encourage si Tony na magsugod o church na ati sa iyang daughter. So, na siya yung daughter church. Si Jeremy, huwag ka na ako mag-exing na balik sa tutangan. Jeremy, medyo wala. Nagpagayin siya sa iyong pag-inabuhi. Grabe yan. Wala na siya yung bisyo-bisyo. Bisyo lang, sarapot, niabot ang panahon, na-promote na siya ba eh. Gawas, Jerty, version 3, gawas. Manager na si Jerty. Manager si Jerty. Bonus pa lang. Iyang bisyo, si bisyo, wala siya panahon. Pero, nakita sa Ginoo. Totoong pag-ibig. Nakita sa iyang totoong pag-ibig ang Jesus sa iyang heart. So, nag-ila-ila saya sa iyong goal sa isang naminaw sila o nilawat sila o naluwas sila. So, grabe, nakita na to ang kamayo sa Ginoo. Sugod sa estudyante, ikan sa bata, may mga estudyante, may mga trabahante, nanimo parente, nanimo kayo ng divorce. So, yabot 2024, 2024. So, tingnan ko mga ito speaking ka, daughter churches. Yes.
Daughter churches.
So, mga daughter, ito mga daughter to be. Okay, so, muna to akong one.
Tanan ST heads diri palihog. ST heads and assistants diri. Tapos campus na leaders, campus please. Sunod. Tapos arrow na set leaders, arrow meaning arrow na carry circle leaders. And then family, arrow na babae, arrow na lalaki, family life dayon. O diri sa front, katong mga wala pay tao nga ginahandle pero gapangandoy o gusto magpagamit sa Ginoo. Nangan ako man. And of course, malay-balay separate group mo.
SD heads here, Dalikta please. SD heads, and then campus leaders and appeal na to dili leaders. And then arrow na cell leaders, CC leaders, arrow CC leaders, arrow female, arrow male na CC leaders, malay-balay, just stay where you are. Kamura tolo. And then here kay family life na CC leaders, and here in the front, katong mga wala kay tao nga ginahandle. Family life diri katong na ICC. Pangkitsa ni nga mga materials.
Get your materials, hindi bayaran.
Kanaa diri. Kasi kinsay takiyaan ni thank you.
Look, make sure na may tao dito.
Okay. So naana ka sa atong last na topic. So SD heads and assistants here. And then campus people. And then arrow female CC leaders. Arrow male CC leaders. Balay-balay family life CC leaders. And here ito wala lang pa as of the moment, but we are looking forward. Hapit na. Kay mga na ito ang mission. Okay. Sige. Kang kinsa ni? Sama ni? Kang kinsa man ni? Sayang po. Kang kinsa ni? Kay May. Is that yours? Can we flash first the last slide of Pastor Jerry? Okay, kindly take down. These are the things that palihog na i-add ninyo sa inyohang material. Okay, ang last topic is importante siya in the sense na practical siya, and we will be requiring outputs from you. Not necessarily today, but certain things na dapat nato i-submit. No? If you already joined Power Academy, if you remember, our previous growth strategy was verbs. Verbs, no? Win, establish, replicate, build, and send. But we changed it para mas sayon and mas dali na itong masabtan ang proseso. So, diba, ni Pastor Jerry, ang first is win. Unsa atong ginabuhat sa win nga season sa life sa tao, ladderize and CC fuel. Unsa ang atong goal? Our highlight should be na ang kanina tao na atong ginawin maka-join o retreat. Okay? That is the highlight of the win. Dili lang na makahuman lang o ladderize, pero walay nahitabo. Ang goal nato is that maka-appeal sila sa retreat. And mag-yes sila sa baptism. So, mao na ato ang highlight. Sa integration, ang pasabot sa integrate, let's say for example, si Tintin, ang isa ka tao, let's say si Tintin, giwin. Bago ra siya niabot sa church. Ang tao, pag bago pa niabot sa church, kung kani siya ang bago, kamo ang church, si Tintin, ang tao nga bago, it's like there is an invisible wall. Gets ninyo? There is an invisible wall between the person na atong ginawin o kamo, church. Mauna ang kakahitabo, ang family life, barangay-barangay. So, basta magstorya, sila-sila lang. Ang CC, magstorya, sila-sila lang. Ang campus, sila-sila rapon na friend. Naay bago nga musulod nga campus, murag naapag yun, naapay wall. Gets ninyo?
Yes, yes.
In the win stage. Pag mo abot na, actually, bisan wala pa ni abot sa point na nahuman ang ladderize. Ang ato ang goal is that, for Tintin, let's say for example, she's new. Ma-integrate siya sa church to the point na mawala ng invisible wall o si Tintin will become, thank you, Tintin will become one or a part of you guys. Now imagine itong mga family life, mga adults na nakaari na sa church, nga nakasulod na sa welcome room. Pila ka tao nga nakasulod na sa welcome room, estudyante o araw, ang naka-break na sa wall, naga-separate from the congregation and the invite. Daghan na kayo nakasulod sa church, pero nagpabilin sila nga naa sa gawas kay ngano wala sila na integrate. When you say integrate, the person does no longer sees a difference between bago mangod ko sila, JAMC sila. One of the ways na mabawa na mo kung na-feel na sa tao nga na-integrate na siya, kung ang tawag na niya sa JAMC, atong church. Dili na inyong church. Kung naako na niya, na-claim na ani nga person, there was a time, si the doctor friends of Pastor Jerry, Doc Abby and Doc Larson, before there was a time na ang ilaha pang term na ginagamit, unsa oras inyong service, unsa oras inyong church. But niabot sa point, katong naka-start na mi o couples gathering, naiuban sa ato ang pangutanan, ano kinahanglan na ay couples gathering na may CC. Later on, which we will discuss that on a separate venue, kay moabot yun ang panahon
ang kanang babae nga sisi once a month na lang ang every week na yun ang couples. Kay mao na yun ang caring circle except sa mga titas. Hetero na siya. Nahitabo makaroon ang setup in ani kay we are building leaders. But moabot o kulang pa kita leaders, moabot ang time na composed of families na ang caring circles. So anyway, niabot ang point na ang term na ni na Doc Abby is dili na unsa oras inyong simba. Unsa among padala sa atong church. Gets ninyo? There is na that invisible wall separating the person na nag-attend, nawala na siya. And kani person na atong ginawin, kabalo mo nga na-integrate na siya because na-own na niya ang church. Na-own niya ang vision, na-own niya ang activities. Mao gani na usahay, matingala mi nga bisan katong na-integrate na, mao ang mga dili ka support sa activities sa church. So you cannot blame us if usahay makaingon mi nga unta na amo. Because ang katong mga integrated na sa church, gina-own nato unsa ang ginabuhat sa church. Meaning, we embrace everything that the church is doing.
Amen.
Tama?
Yes.
Kung estudyante ka, dili pwede nga, dili ka ga-attend o campus jam. O basta okay lang kayo mo appeal raman ko sa Sunday worship, dili. Campus jam is for the campus. No? And if you are a young professional, dili pwede nga di mo ga-attend o araw night. Hello? Maayo ni kay atis isara ka direction akong tanawon. So, you guys attend araw night, no? Oo, sige. Yamos ko. So, sa integrate, unsa ang atong goal? Unsa ang lesson? Ang lesson is, I am a church member, appeal diha ang tithing, appeal diha ang spiritual family class. Paunsa ka makabalo kung ni-graduate na mga tao sa integration o pwede na sa nurturing. The highlight is signing of the membership covenant and the understanding and the start of giving of tithes.
Amen.
Now, I will ask you a question. Kinsa sa inyo ha, you don't have to raise your hands, but I want to ask you, kinsa sa inyo ang hangtod karon nga dili pa gyud honest o faithful sa paghatag ng tithes? Na may uban na when they came to know the Lord, kanang naanay loan pareho sa amoa. So pag abot sa sweldo, wala na gyud mabilin. But for all others, pag dapat when we are already integrated, we own the church. Kung dili ta makabayad ng kuryente, affected mo kay integrated mo sa church. Hello? Kung if ever madaot ni electric fan, kay sige rin yung anak-anakan, affected mo kay makuhaan ang kwarta sa church. Nga kinahanglan na sad mong palit o bag-o nga electric fan. Gets ninyo? Kung integrated mo sa church, kaning doorknob dire, kapila na naayo. Sa kapila na giayo o nagasto, masakitan mo kay ang kwarta pwede unta gamiton sa uban nga butang, ba't nakuhaan ang kwarta nato kay kinahanglan na sad ipaayo. Gets ninyo? Kung integrated ka sa church, kanang blinds din ha nga nahulog, dili na biyaan na nahulog, naa sa inyo ha nga mag-care na itaod na, kay kung dili mo gasto na sagta o kwarta sa church para mataod na. Gets ninyo? When you say you are integrated, you treat the church as a family.
Amen.
You treat everyone as a family. Mauna, bisan dili ikaw ang nag-invite, naa kay nakita, hala, kapila naman na siya nag-attend. Pero wala pa yun dito sa ilaha. Naa kay initiative mo ituula sa ito. Gets ninyo?
Amen.
When you are integrated, you start to care about the church. You start to care about where the finances are going. You start to care whether we're hitting Love 150 or not. Kasi, di wala ng invisible wall. Dili na nga inyong church. Appeal na ka sa church. Gets ninyo?
Amen.
So ang goal nato sa integration, mahimo na tag-member sa church ug makahatag og tithes. Sa third, no, pag na-integrate na, dili pwede nga magpabilin lang na na-integrate. Kinahanglan, i-allow nato atong kaugalingon nga mag-nurture.
Amen.
So sa pag-nurture sa ato, appeal diha na mag-join ta, maminaw ta, we will be teachable. So unsa ang ato ang highlight diha? Certificate of completion. So the certificate of completion will be given only to those who have finished all the 4 topics. And those na wala, you will have to join again next time. And sa nurture, diha nag-start na galid na tao caring circle. Pwede gani even before that, no? And then, pag nag-nurture, humana, ina-mentor na, isend na dayon, mauna tayo na ang kakahitabo, nakaput up na taong Arrow NNNC,
Yes.
na anay Arrow Lifeline, Arrow Sepalco, asa pa ba itong mga Arrow? Uptown. Pag-abot sa send, ginasend na ta karon sa ato ang territory, sa atong barangay, sa atong office, sa atong campus. So at least with this, naamoy highlight na mura pag paunsa man mo transition. How do we know? So ma-transition from W to I, kung nahuman na retreat baptism, from I to N and N to S. Natin pa na? Wala. Klaro ba siya? Sakay sa tubig. Okay. So, here in our last topic, we are talking about executing the vision. We talk about kung sa ang vision, paunsa nato makuha ang vision. Pero kaninga part is naa na ang vision, pero paunsa nato siya ipadagay. So, kani sa mga wala type people, no, at least you will get to understand where the leaders are coming from. And you will also learn so that when you already have people under you, klaro sa inyo unsa dapat ang inyong buhaton. No? Now, let's say for the first principle is we have to clarify the win. ST heads. Leaders, all those handling people. What is your goal? Mga din ha, first thing that we have to understand is that there should be a clear win. The church should be more determined than any other kind of organization to clarify the win. Unsay pasabot sa win? Kung mutanaw ka og isa ka basketball game, paunsa nato mabaw-an nga ang team A ni daog ug ang team B ni pildi? Sa score, di ba? Unsa ang goal sa kada team? To win. Now, in executing the vision, we are not just going to do the vision for the sake of doing the vision. We will do everything we do to win. Diba, dili sa yun ang ministry? Tinuod na, dili sa yun. Dili taganahan nga magkapuy-kapuy rata, pero dili kakabalo whether we are winning or not. Do you want to win or do you want to lose? Everybody wants to win, right? Because we want na ang ato ang efforts, klaro ang padulngan. Everyone wants to be a part of a winning team. How do we know that we are winning? We look at the scoreboard. Now, what do we mean next slide? What do we mean by clarifying the win? Clarifying the win means communicating to your team what is really important and what really matters. For example, for the praise and worship team, every Sunday, how do you know after na ni kanta na you won? What is the measuring line for you to be able to say as a team that you won? Tanan service team dapat naamoy klaro nga concept kung unsa ang inyong win. For the CC leaders, when can you say that you are winning as a leader? Are you winning when none of your disciples attend your caring circle? No, right? So when we talk about clarifying the win, you have to make it clear unsay pasapot when you say na we are winning. For the kids ministry, when can we say that you are winning? Every Sunday, the kids ministry ta. And we don't just want to do kids ministry for the sake. Every Saturday campus, galuto mo, ga-invite mo. Do we just do that for the sake of having an activity? No, we want to win. The question is, when can we say that we have won? Kung dili ta kabalo sa atong mind, unsa ang goal nga dapat natong mahit, I tell you, you will just hit anything and you will not accomplish anything. Mauna, ang pagka-ending, unsa? Drained. Kay nano, dagat kay gibuhat. Pero, wala ay target na gusto natong mahit. Finance team, what is really your win? And I want you to think of that. Of course, unsa ang inyong mga win statements. For you, what should be your win? Your win should be that by the end of 6 months, you will have a CC.
Amen!
And if you will not hit that, you know, claro, you will have a score in your mind. Am I winning or am I not? And hindi pwede nga magpadayon ta nga speed me ta pildi. We have to make a goal to win. Hello?
Amen.
Dili pwede nga sayang mag-attend mo trainings pero ang ending walay ka kahit tabo. That's why we have what we call the scoreboard. We know when we are winning when we look at our score. Now this is an example of the campus scoreboard. Since wala may nag-reply sa ilaha sa messenger nga gapangutan ako, so ako ang assumption is napulo ra kabuok ang inyong PG. Now this is a sample of a scoreboard. And every ministry should have a scoreboard. Every leader should have a scoreboard. Cell leader, ministry leader, what kind of leader, and even you guys have a scoreboard. This year, I want to finish reading the Bible. Score yourself.
Amen.
Now, an example of a scoreboard, campus life, Gadites. Ngano Gadites? Because the tribe of Gad, they were a match for 100. The least of them was a match for 100, and the strongest of them was a match for 1,000. So, ang pinaka-shy sa ilaha, kaya mong handle o 100. Ang pinaka-kusog sa ilaha, kaya mo handle o 1,000. Mauna ang atong declaration. Now, if I look at the scoreboard of the campus, the goal for the year 2019 is to raise 80 disciples. This is our win. Kung nakaabot na yung 80, makaingon mi na we won. Tama? What is our score as of now? Our score, that out of 80, we have 28. First quarter. Kung tanaw ni sa mga campus, maklaro dayon nila, pila pa ang kinahanglan nila i-disciple para mahit ang win. Tama? Klaro, dili sila mag-guess. Our goal is that every quarter we will have 40 PGs. How many PGs are there now? Because you're not replying, so we have 10. Are we winning? Hello, campus. In our goal of 40, if we have 10 PGs, are we winning? No. So, CC leaders, you have to know your goal. So that when you meet your people, you get to evaluate it and make them see their score. Kay kung dili sila kabalo kung unsa ang dapat na i-hit nga target, walay target nga i-hit. Gets ninyo?
Amen.
And our goal is to raise 30 leaders. How many leaders are there now? 7. And I even doubt if these 7 are really serious. Are we hitting our goal?
Are we winning? If you look at the scoreboard, klaro asa ta. 28 kani, I will say, it's so possible to reach 80.
Amen.
Take note, we are still in the second month of the year. Tama, campus? So, kani ato pasalamat mo sa teens. Kenapil ang teens din na. Kani atong 28 na ang goal nato by the end of December, makaabot og 80, posible kay na. Ang atong goal nga 40, I think natugangan ni. So, kabalo mo, unsa klase nga effort ang inyong ihatag para ma-hit ang 40, tama? So, in the same way, ST heads, disciplers, klaro. The question that is posed is, are we winning? So, bahala na, you will feel uncomfortable padulong sa CR. Kaya makita ninyo ang scoreboard, but the point is, you have to know, we have to know where we stand. Because if we do not know why we should, unsay dapat nato i-hit, wala yun tayo ma-hit. What happens if we don't clarify the win? Number 1, team members with different agendas will be pulling against each other. As long as the win is unclear, you force your team to guess what a win looks like. Let's say, for example, ushering team. Kung dili kabalo ang tibuok team, unsa gyud ang goal. Ang mahitabo, lahi day ang concept ni Tony sa win, lahi ang concept ni Lynette sa win. Let's say, for example na itanan ha, let's say ang win ni Lynette, basta kay malipay tanang birthdays. Ang win po ni Tony, basta kay na ay merienda kada Sunday. Ang isa po, ang win, basta kay guwapo ang cortina. If the leader will not clarify the win, what will happen? There will be no unity. Ang goal na kinahanglan is mauna, ang kakahitabo, basta lang kay naay pang communion, kay di klaro ang win, okay lang din mo ga-attend na amo sa likod. Kay ang win ninyo, basta dapat na ay element sa communion. So dapat klaro unsa ang win. Because if dili klaro unsa ang win, CC leaders, what is your win? Is it just attendance? Is it mahuman lang ang ladderized? So kinahanglan klaro. No? Because as long as it is unclear, each person will have a different notion of what it is to win.
Amen.
Number 2, nobody wants to lose.
Yes.
Kung ang mga members sa group, dili nila kakakita, na ba tayo kaka-achieve? Are we hitting something? The feeling na moabot sa mga tao in the long run is always failure. And eventually, kung inana, because they do not know what the win is, eventually they will come to the point that they will quit. Nobody likes to go through the motions just doing tasks. Everyone needs to clearly understand what they are accomplishing. Di ba, ingani atong feeling mo sa akin? Dagan kay ko gibuhat. Pero nga nung mura ko ina-accomplish. Kapoy kay ko at the end of the day, cyber ko, ingani ko, pero nga nung mura kung pangutanon ako sa ako ang leader, pero wala ako'y matubag. Because we don't know unsa gyud dapat ang atong gina-target. So mauna sa kinabuhi, dili lang sa ministry. Unsa ba yun ang goal ninyo mga students na saan mo lang may malaking nga example? Mula hutay lang taman first sem or mo graduate? Mo graduate yun, di ba? So kung klaro ang atong win, kabalo tahala. Murag akong subject karon bagsak. Unsa akong score, makagraduate pa ko ani o dili? Klaro sa atoa. Number 3, if the win is unclear, you may force those in leadership roles to define winning in their own terms. Your pastors, we define the win for the church. Because if not, our core leaders are strong. Because they are leaders, naa na sila lahi-lahi na inclination. So kung dili na mo isulti unsa gyud ang win sa church, posible lahi ang win kay Rose, lahi ang win kay Guyver, lahi ang win kay Hared, lahi ang win kay Corina. So ang ending, tanan ni mura nag-star kay padulong diri, padulong dito. Dili isa ang amo ang path. All the people in your team, they have to know unsa ang imong giset nga win. It's not saying na bad, let's say sa atong example, bad. No. Actually, these people, they're just being leaders. If they come up with their own notion of what a win is, they're just being leaders. Because leaders are like that. Dili na sila pwede nga kanang wala lang. Mauganin na those in the position dapat maka-guide. Mauganin na bantayan ninyo ako reactive ko. Mau na kung na ako, dili ko pwede nga kanang after 4 days, ahap ako mag-react ay wala na ko'y passion. Kinahanglan ma-deal na ako ang issue, kinahanglan at the start, kinahanglan na ako siya makorek. Because I know na tanan daghan tao nga talented and leaders full. So if we will not tell them, no, this is what we will do, not that. Our focus is this and not that. Ang mahitabo, tanan daghan kay sa atoa, patulong ta sa asa-asa nga direksyon. So, kinahanglan, okay, can we flash the next slide? Countless leaders have innocently sabotaged their church by leading people in the wrong direction. CC leaders, we have to tell you now that our goal is really church planting. Kay base, ang goal ninyo kay, wala na sa kuilaing example, feeding program na sa, sorry, wala kayo kuilaing yung mauna-una. So, kinahanglan isulti na mo sa inyo ha, na ang vision sa church is church planting. That's why tanan na dapat na ginabuhat sa CC aligned to winning people.
Amen.
Gets ninyo? Why? Because, Mona, and the fault lies with an organization that has not been systematic about defining and clarifying what a real win is. Now, what are the advantages of clarifying the win? If we know the win, all of us stay on the same page.
Amen.
Tama? Mauna, importante sa among nga naa mo diri karon para kabalong mo nga this 2019 kana ang atong focus.
Amen.
So di mo matingala kung mangutana mi pirmi, naa na ba kay na open nga araw group diri, naa na ba kay na open nga community diri, naa na ba kay na CC na PG sa campus, nga naman because that is where we are geared at. That's our win. No? And I will share to you ang exact na win statement sa church. When you clarify the win, you can manage your resources effectively. Kung klaro atong win, ang kwarta sa church, sigurado ta nga padulong lang siya dapat sa katong mga steps na makapawin sa atoa.
Amen.
No? Kay kung dili, di magkalas-kalas tao. Money. Ay, okay, go. Number 3, when you clarify the win, it creates potential for positive momentum. Next slide. When you are winning consistently, the staff and volunteers in your organization tend to work harder, be less negative.
Next slide.
Next slide. Trust the leadership, give more generously, stay involved. No?
Work harder.
Next slide. How do we then clarify the win? Sum up the win in a simple phrase. Number 2, keep the win as specific as possible. Number 3, restate the win frequently and creatively. Meaning, storyahon siya pirmi. Let's say, for example, I heard this kay Guyver, the goal, the win is kabalutan na effective ang PIST kung moabot ang panahon na ang ga-join sa prayer service na sa 100.
Amen.
So, kana ang win. Kung wala pa nagakaabot, dili pa tagawin, padulong pa lang ta sa win. So, klaro sa tanan member sa PIST nga mauna ang goal. No? So, restate the win frequently. Tell your CC, if you are a CC leader, isulti sa inyong CC, unsa pa inyong win? Dapat makompleto inyong C3. Dapat ang inyong goal of 10 souls to be won. Restate it again and again. Say it. Talk about it again and again. No?
Amen.
Okay. Anak ko.
We stay to win frequently.
If you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time. What will you hit? Nothing. Kung wala kay aim, wala kay goal, wala kay goal, dili ko gusto mahimong leader, dili ko gusto mahimong committed, na yun walang what mo, okay na mahitabo. Di ka mahimong committed, di ka mahimong leader, wala. You cannot manage what you cannot measure.
Yes.
You know, ako, I don't like numbers. Sa tinuod lang, yan ko naging happy-happy. But I realize that it's really part of what we are doing.
Amen.
Kung dili ta kabalo, maunton ako pangta na pila ka disciples na sa campus, wala na kasi katubag. How will I expect that you will be able to disciple people if you don't even know who are the people that you should disciple? Arrow, if you don't know how many people are there in your network, mura nagbarko. Ang capacity sa imong barko, 50 lang. Ang nakasakay di ay dito, 80 na sa mahita mo, malumos. Ang kaya na take care kay 50 ra. Mao na dili pwedeng na dili ka aware pila ka tao ang binapichi unsa na nga lesson. Dili pwedeng na di ka kabalo unsay gakahitabo sa atong ministry. What if we do not know something, we cannot manage it. If we cannot measure, we cannot manage. So kinahanglan klaro na siya. How do we clarify the win? We can put it in the boards. We can talk about it. You can use videos. You can use social media. You can use a lot of other things para maklaro ang win. Next slide, katong sa strive. Strive to say the same thing over and over in different ways. You cannot establish the win one time and expect it to stick. People need to see it and hear it constantly. When we talk about Transform 300, siguro dili po balik-balik Transform 300, dili. But we will tell you what it is in many different ways. Mauna sa CC, dili pwede na once a quarter lang ninyo gina-check kung galaderize inyong mga tao. Unsay mahitabo, di mo kabalo, wala di ay sila da PG. Hello? Mauna, dili po pwede once in a month lang ta da CC. Kaya ang gakahitabo, dili ta kabalo unsa ang gakahitabo. Mao ganin no? People need, a lot of us no, matot pa sa isa ka author, we don't need to be instructed, we just need to be reminded. Kay dali ta makalimot. Mao gani na kinahanglan nato ibalik, idukdok yun nga kani ang atong goal, no? And number 4, need to clarify the win at every level. What is our JAMC win? When do we know that as a church we are winning?
Amen.
When more people are passionate and committed to be a part, meaning to join the service, and in joining the service, they are a part of a service team, serving in the service. Klaro na siya, dagan kayo service. How do we know that we are hitting our goal, that we are winning? Mauna, we have to measure attendance in each service. So that we will know whether ang mga tao, passionate ba sila and committed ba sila to be a part or to join the service. And not only that, we will count how many people are in a service team.
Amen.
Kinsa sa ato wala pa'y service team. So, okay na, you choose a service team and join a service team. CC leaders, mauni inyong goal. Ang goal ninyo, dapat ga-attend o service inyong mga tao. Unsay dapat buhaton? Paningkamutan, mamita ka pa maagi para maka-attend sila. Mauna, diba? Next task. Mo ganin na, if your people are not attending, your people are not attending, meaning, dili na itong kakahit ang atong win. In short, we are losing. That's why, klaro na, dili ka the church lang for no, parang abstract ra kahit itakabalo sa atong ginahit. We know that we are winning if people are joining our services and they are part of a service team. Number two.
Yeah.
Number two, please.
Next.
We know that we are winning when people become a committed part of a caring circle. We know that change of life happens in discipleship groups. Dili yun na siya sa service. Yun. Most of the time, relationships are born in caring circles. Mao gani na, we are winning as a church if katong mga tao nga sulod, mahimo silang part sa isa ka caring circle. And so kung ang atong goal, kabalo ta, wow, we're winning, Lord. Naatay focus. If we know na ang mga tao kasunod sa caring circle, i-count na to pila ka tao na sa caring circle, i-count mo na to pila ka tao ang kaya mag-lead o caring circle. Kaya dili man nato pwede masulod sila sa caring circle kung walay mag-lead, tama? So dapat, we as pastors, to a certain extent, we are not winning if we are not able to raise leaders from among you. That's why help us. Help us and help yourself. When do we know that we're winning? When people are comfortable and confident to invite people to church. Mao na makaingon yun ko, vital kaya ang role sa ushering team. Vital kaya ang role sa PWT. Siyempre, kung dili excellent, appeal na natanan. Kung dili limpyo ang church, feeling ninyo, comfort, di ba, usahay ka ng murag, maulaw ko invite kay boss man ako to. Maulaw ka ka murag tsaka kayo ang center, hugaw ka ayo, di ba? That's why we will count how many first-timers are there and how many returnees are there. See? And lastly, wala din ha, pwede isulat ninyo our win. If churches are being born in different territories. Therefore, we will count how many life groups are born. Meaning, arrows, campuses, communities, barangay. So, if dili nato nagkakahit, kabalo bitaw ta ala Lord, kinahanglan i-work out na to ni. Diba? Number 4 is, how many churches are being born? Meaning, katong small group. Kana o? Group of 1:3 man ta. Diba? So, we praise the Lord. We can count already. We have medicine. We have Uptown. We have NMMC. We have COW. And in campuses, how many campuses do we have? 4. So we have 4. And then in family life, in GOD, no? Sa family life, i-count pa na ito, nata isa, balulang. Dito yung Tita Alma, so we have 1 community there. See, we will be counting. And we will know whether we are winning by all these things. Klaro bitaw siya. Kasabot lang mo? Yes. Okay, go next. Number 2, how do we enforce the vision? Come up with steps. Let us not come up with just programs, but steps. Church, we don't just want to hit the ball. We want to score. Amen. Hello? Usahay, may tanong yan ka, basta kay dagat, feeling nato kung daghan kita activities, winning yun ang church. O gani na, maybe in the future, taklalo na to, uban na to nga activities, nga dili mang yun gawin. Diba? Apoy mga sige tagbuhat, kapoy kayo ta, gasto kayo ta, pero ang ending afterwards, di ta kasabot. So, unsa yun ang nahitabo? That's why, after this, we will really be evaluating. So, we will come up with steps. Everything we do should bring us closer to our win. Where's my phone? I would want to mention some of the wins that we have come up for the service teams. PWT. Para sa amo alam, you can arrange it. Para sa amo alam, you have won if you have excellently led people in worship, every worship celebration. Meaning, kung dili mo excellent, alpa. May na lang, dili ni kay Lord ha, I am talking on the point of a pastor administrating the church. So do not get us wrong. Mas strict pa sila kay Jesus. Mauna among trabaho, we have to make sure that everything in the church is working. Okay? So meaning, klaro, ang goal kada worship mark, unsa? Excellence.
Amen.
Meaning, dili pwede na at the time sa program ay pa mag-assign. Love you, Ward. See? Excellence. Okay? Now, for PIST, para sa mga, when the church is passionate to join prayer gatherings,
Amen.
not only your Monday, your Wednesday, but every time you call people to pray, you will see people
Excited.
here excited.
Amen.
Now, if we're not hitting that, then we're not hitting it.
Yeah.
Sa kids, character transformation sa mga bata. Sorry, tinuod yun. Diba, ina naman, diba, mato pa sa Bible, train your child when they are young. Ang goal ninyo, dili lang kay naay tagabantay sa mga kids, dili lang mo tagabantay. Teachers. Ang goal ninyo is character transformation, ikatuha, for the kids to win other kids in their families.
Yeah.
Meaning, evaluate choice. Okay, in 1 year, naabay mga kids na nakadala o kids? Or naabay mga kids na tungod sa ilang ka-excited na dala ilang family? Klaro whether you have won or not.
Or naabay kids na tungkol sa misbehavior, wag na mo balik.
Oo, kanapon.
Kaya gitusok ang kamo.
MSD. MSD. Diba, ang sama po ang inyong vision in various forms of multimedia. Okay, that's actually a mission statement. But what is your win? Makaingon mi nga kamo MSD na winner mo if you excellently prepared and presented various multimedia forms effectively to aid the church in its vision and goals. In short, kung ang inyo habang PowerPoint, wala by wrong spelling. Kung ang mga posters ba on time. Kung ang mga video clips ba tama. Kaya ang goal, makaingon mi that you hit that one. Kung, kasi the MST is to aid, ginatabangan mi ninyo. You are helping the church para ang vision mas mo resound. So, well, it's still excellence, no? MST, ushering team. If you make every person feel that they matter, for them to come back to church and bring more people, meaning if they're not bringing more people, we are not winning. And not only that, if the congregation is comfortable and confident to invite others to church. So, appeal din ha, appeal na dito ang kanang birthdays, kani akong point, which is iwali man ako ni Ogma, pero ang point na ko, kana ba, sa inyong gyud tanaw, kana gyud cupcake, makapamig-feel yun na siya special sa birthday. Kabal, I think kinahanglan natin increase atong budget, JD. Kaya ang kakahita mo katong nag-birthday din niya, ginakaon ang cupcake, ginahatag niya sa uban. Kaya katong cupcake, katong cupcake, katag 5. What is the goal of our cupcake, birthday cupcakes?
Elevate na tayo, elevate na.
Oh, elevate na, yes. Unsa pa yun ang goal? Hello? Unsa pa yun ang goal sa cupcake? Di ba, para ang nag-birthday, ma-feel niya nga special siya. Feeling na ako kay wala ganyan na-feel na special siya. So sa sabutan ninyo na. Sabutan nato na kung sa.
Cupcake yung pinaka mas mahal, mas kami.
Okay. Sige, go na. Na, patay. Finance. Para sa mo, your win is money is excellently accounted for and saved. Kung pili na ninyo kita-account o wala mo na win. Ikaduha, JD, increase and faithfulness of ministry partner.
Yes.
See, that's why, so, because klaro ang win, kabalo bitaw mo nga, so, unsa yun ang goal? Daghan kayo activities, streamline na to. Ang kinahanglan lang yun, i-hit na to ang atong win. Arrow. Simple lang, more arrow groups are born in offices and workplaces. Campus, simple na po kayo. Establishment of caring circles sa mga campuses. Maura yun na, the Saturday service na dili lang kay para ano yung campus service. Ikaw ba yan, di ba? Ang goal din nato is gamit na Saturday para matabangan ka para maka-establish yung mga CC sa atong pagsatag sa mga schools. Family life. Increase of families to join church. So kanya ito buhaton. Mag-invite kita families.
Amen.
O kung nga ay mo abot, amin ko ang yun mo.
Amen.
Kaya ang goal din nato is matubang ka ng family sa church.
Amen. Amen. Life.
Ikaduha mawin to establish family life groups in community.
Yes!
Para ito sa inyo, asawa na ito mga lugar. Mga na ito ang goal. Okay, go next.
Ang tads na wala pas.
Ang tads! Para sa ako, ang tads, kahit yun yung goal, if kanang gaka-influence ninyo ang mga tao to worship God joyfully through dance every Sunday. Dili lang mo, kapag mo ko ang inyong win bitaw presentation lang, dili yun. Ang point yun is when you are here, dance mo, ang congregation gaka-engganyo to dance with you. Starting the announcement sa church, ang bagong SD head sa TADS kay si Jervy. Uy! Ay, kumina, grabe sa mo. For personal reasons, we gave Casey Boy a time off para mas ma-take care niya ang iyang discipleship group. Okay. Sige ko, come up with steps. So, dili lang program, kinahanglan steps. Okay. If for example, CC leaders, the win is 5 disciples. What will be your step to make that happen? So come up with steps. Atong goal, atong win. Unsa ang atong step? So isa sa atong step na ang campus job. So unta lang kahit tabo, di ba? So eto na i-evaluate. Kay base kapoy-kapira ta. So tingnan na gyapon sa mga service teams. What are the steps? Okay. Steps to what? Go, steps to what? Unsay dapat na ato ang i-think the steps. Dapat every one of us leaders make sure that you make a step, come up with a step to help people in their spiritual growth.
Amen.
Number 2, dapat we come up with a step so that people will grow in the relationship with one another.
Walking together.
Team building! Muna na team buildings. Number 3,
Date.
what are the steps na atong i-take para ang tao, guys, tabangin ako ninyo kayo, stress na, para ang tao maka-move on siya from W padulong sa I. From I padulong sa N. From N padulong sa S. So we come up with steps. Requirements of an effective step. Every step should be easy. Dili pwede lisod kaayo. Number 2, every step has to be obvious. Okay, let's say for example, PWD, excellence. Dili pwede nga, for example, moingon si Howard, dapat excellent at Sunday, pero dili siya moingon unsay buhaton para may excellent. Mauna, klaro dapat ang step. Dili dapat nagaambak ang mga tao sa di sila kamalunsa. It has to be obvious. No? Define the step. Next slide. It is the leader's responsibility to explain to their people where they are and to make them excited to go to the next step. CC leaders. Dapat kabalo mo pa sa encouraging yung mga people para ma-excite sila mag-move from ladderized padulong sa I am a church member. Kaya ang goal nato is ga-move sila. Dapat naa sa ato na paunsa nato sila himong excited para ma-integrate sa church.
This time, assess where we are now. WINS was so that we know what to do
Okay,
next.
so dapat i-assess ninyo. Number 3, every step must be strategic. Okay. Number 3, clarify the win. Dapat natin klaro ang win. And then number 2, come up with steps. Number 3, confine your focus. Unsay pasabot. Let us do fewer things to make a greater impact.
Amen.
Di ba mas ganahan ta nga mas gamay kay mas maayo ito nga mas gamay at yung ginamuhan. So, mao na panikamutan nato na. Matod ba kay Andy Stanley, if you really want to make a lasting impact, you need to eliminate what you do well for the sake of what you can potentially do best. People, ladies, if you want to really grow, you have to eliminate the things, certain things that are not helping you grow. There are certain things that we do in the ministries that they are good, pero basi kinahanglan tanggalon so that you can do the more important things.
Amen.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And it's the same with every CC leader here. Devoting a little of yourself to everything means committing a great deal of yourself to nothing. Walay focus. So, mao gani na importante ang win. Kanig yun. Let's say for example, ang goal na yun sa campus, magkasisi ka. Tanan dapat sa atong pinabuhat, magkasisi ka. Ang goal na yun ninyo JD, ang mani dili mawala o mas budagan na itong ministry partners. Ayaw na itong dugang-dugangi pa kanong unsa o uban kay ang manitabo, daghan na kay ta ginabuhat, wala tayo ka-accomplish. Next slide. Activity does not always mean result. Sometimes we have to do less to grow more. Okay. Remember, there is no church that meets all the members' needs. Kami no, muna ko sa feeling na mga, dapat maminta to ang ngin-ani, dapat maminta to ang ngin-ani. That's why dapat na love life mo nawala po yung ani. And you know what? Nawala ang love life mo, nawala sa tinuot lang din na mo kaya buhaton. So, mao ganin na, it's our, naikuan mi karon na, okay, we will transform to, we will really confine ourselves to the vision. Okay. Leaders should be humble enough to be willing to let go of the programs they have created. Ayaw mo ka-hurt kung Tagalog na mo ang uban ng butang na kamo nag-initiate, ha? Kaya basi kinahanglan, or kami po.
Amen.
A good leader is more
Amen.
passionate about the vision. Next slide, dong. A good leader is more passionate about, next slide na dong, about the vision and the mission than about his or her program. Okay. Next. To confine your focus means you must resist complexity and pursue simplicity. Okay, let's make things simple. Mao na ang ato ang goal this year. Number 3, it means we choose what potentially works best over what is working. Okay. Murag work pa man ni, okay pa man ni, dili na tayo anak karon. Ang pautanan na gid nato karon, maobag yun ni ang makadala sa ato padulong sa atong vision. Ang kaniba atong ginabuhat, mahit bagyod nato ang ato ang goal, ang atong win. No? And we will try to simplify things. What is our environment in JAMC? So I said no that our environment is that everyone matters. So appeal dili sa pag-focus is we learn how to brand what we do. Take note, diba? Love 150. So, katawag itong kanina? Transform 300. 2024 by 2024. Okay. Kinahanglan man yun mag-stick sa mind sa mga tao. That's why, we will still go with our multiply but we will rebrand it. Kasi sometimes, ang tao feeling na to, murag hala, walay nahitabo, nabay nahitabo. Pero kakasunghan ta. Maugani na, ministry heads, you have to be creative in how you brand so that what you do will stick. Because if it will stick, then they will be more conscious and they will be doing it. No? So,
about sa multiply dito, what you realize how are they to multiply. For example, ako, disciple na ako si Amani. Kung si Amani ako na win, addition ka. But if Amani wins I self, I multiply already. Hello? Man ang pag-multiply. Para dili dito mo g-multiply, begin me. But it's a more of the personal thing that you as a member or member of the body of Christ, that we are multiplying if we start to disciple and make this disciple to become disciple maker as well, then you are multiplying.
okay.
We are fulfilling that. Some of that ang nakita mo. Tama?
Okay, number 4. Confining our focus means building team of specialists. Dili na ta jack of all trades. We realize that na mao ganin ang kakahitabo sa ato ang family life. Ang campus, ang araw, no? Sige. Advantages of confining the focus, mo ginaagian na ako ni tanan. If mas narrow ang atong focus, we will have better connection, higher quality, and stronger impact. Okay?
Amen.
Now, we're not trying to do everything, but we know what is our call, and we're gonna do our call. Hello? Are you still with me? Okay?
Yes.
And number 4, we will teach less for more. We will say only what we need to say to the people who need to hear it. This is really one of the things na na-appreciate na ako kay mga ginatuduan ni po ni God. If to narrow the focus means that you make a stronger impact when you do less, teach less for more implies that we can improve how much people learn if we teach them less. That's what we're trying to do with 1 point preachings. Bahalag balik-balikan nato na idea, pero pag uli ninyo na amoy isa ka idea na kuha kaysa daghan kay points, ang nahitabong pag uli ninyo, wak may madumduman. A study has been made, and matod pa, natural daw sa tao na kung daghan kay tag ideas, they conflict and they erase each other. So that when we leave the service, tungod sa kadaghan kay ideas, they cancel each other. Mao gani na, it's better if we say one idea and make it stick. Ang problem ani sa mga preachers, di ba mo anata, kay murag lisod kay ang 1 point, kay kinahanglan dagan kay kumaingon sa isa ka point. You don't have to say everything. Take note. The objective of communication is not just to give information. It is to help the listeners. If daghan kay tanaingon pero at the end of the day it did not make a difference, di wala ra gihapon to. How do we teach less for more? Decide what you are going to say. CC leaders, decide what you are going to say. Unsa ba gyud ang imong gusto? Okay, kanina CC karon, so unsa gyud ang point na gusto nimong makuha sa imong mga people? Humility, servanthood, unsa gyud, no? Number 2, decide to say one thing at a time. This is what we call the stickiness factor according to the book Tipping Point. Unsa niya ang pasabot? Ang message daw na atong gina-teach, dapat naa siya ability to stick. So, every time we hear a message, if wala siya nag-stick, then we have to improve it. Dapat mo pilit siya sa mind o sa heart sa mga listeners. Okay? Next slide. Focus on just one truth or principle and enhance the potential of every listener to really get it. No? Okay. And number 3, you should decide how you are going to say it. Next slide. Teaching less for more does not mean we water down the message. It means we focus. Usahay mi na, as preachers mo gusto na to, ihurot na tanan servanthood, isulti na to tanan about servanthood. Pero you get to realize na makoy chance next time magwali. Hindi pa masiguro kung mamatay, makawali pa man ko about servanthood. Di ba? So dili mo kinahanglan isulti tanan. The point is say something now and let it stick. Okay. Every part of the service must focus on one life-changing principle of the message that day. This is what I learned. In some churches, in the Church of Andy Stanley, from the PWT, to the videos, to the decoration, it is all aligned to that one principle per Sunday that they want to teach. Siya ka well-coordinated, well-planned na dapat every part of the program corresponds to that lesson.
Tomorrow, servanthood.
Okay, tomorrow, servanthood ta. Okay, number 5, kapit na! Number 5, we have to consider outsiders. Unsay pasabot. Usahay bitaw, conscious ka ita nga, dapat dili masakitan isikwan, kaninga member, dapat dili ma-offend, dapat ma-take care. Too conscious of the people inside that we forget the people outside. So meaning, we become seeker-friendly. Pasabot ana, campus, the songs that we sing should be seeker-friendly. May kasi mag-exhort na din na, the anointing of the Lord. Dito sila pasabot. Diba? And every time we have a service, every time, no, it's a reminder for us preachers na, every time that we do something here, we take into consideration na itong mga bagong nga tao nga mo attend. Don't just focus on who you are trying to keep. Also focus on who you are trying to reach. No? So kung magsisi mo na may mga activities, okay. Sa North Point bitaw, ang ilahang slogan, invest and invite. This is the Church of Andy Stanley. Invest and invite. And mauna siya ang gastik yun sa ilaha. So they're not afraid to invest time, to invest money, to invest effort. Because if they invest in that, it's easier for them to invite people to church. I think pwede po nato na siya i-apply. So invest and invite. Okay. Next slide. Have you been listening to the ears of a preacher for so long that you can't hear what you need to hear? And as you understand, you're missing it. You're evaluating his preaching technique instead of listening to what he is saying. Okay? Okay? Number 6. Ay, time sa. Napagyay. A truly teachable person listens to learn and does not listen to evaluate. Number 6. Seed to others. Unsay seed? Delegate. Ihatag. Leadership is seasonal. Therefore, do the best you can today.
Amen.
CC leaders, dili mo peer me leaders. Kasi mahuman ang inyong time, ask yourself, have you done everything that you could? Okay? Basig, di ba? Tapos si Churfy, at the middle, at the start of the year, kalit na yung leader. Why? Because, sa tinuod lang, leadership is really seasonal. So, we praise the Lord. Ako ma-happy ko kung sa next time, kanina gayon sila maging leaders. One of the best things, I'm almost done, that we can do is leaders. Karon pa lang, prepare someone who will replace you when the time comes.
Yes!
That's why kinahanglan yun o apprentices. Okay. Some principles in raising other leaders. Applaud those who applaud others, meaning be willing to give somebody a significant piece of what you do. Delegate. Learn how to delegate. Letter B, recruit more volunteers. Letter C, teach what you know. Okay? How do we delegate? Leaders, kung mag-delegate mo, break down the steps. Ayaw, diretso, ikaw mag-organize sa H&R. Dili inahinaya po or break down. Ikaduha, hand it off. Look at your mentees as partners, not competition.
Yes.
No? Okay, and lastly, last na ito principle. Constantly evaluate. Okay. The point is, no matter how good the system is, a consistent time of evaluation can produce tremendous benefits.
Yeah.
Remember, you cannot manage what you cannot evaluate. In the Church of Andy Stanley, every week, the staff have a meeting every week. In tawag unta diri ang atong staff, dili mo magreklamo kung i-meet mo every week.
Amen.
Sa church nila, ang ilahang leaders na ay meeting and evaluation every week. And these are not full-timers, these are also working people. Now I hope that we will also get that.
Amen.
And you know how do they evaluate? They ask stories. They will always ask, next slide, what did you see, hear, or experience this week that makes you feel that we have successfully fulfilled our mission? In JAMC, you will always hear me say this, unsay feedback. Unsay feedback sa imong PG? Unsay feedback sa katunang atin? Kumusta man daw? Kumusta man daw? We want to hear stories because somehow that's also part of how we evaluate things.
Amen.
Mo ganun na kung namoy gi-invite, you try to ask the feedback, kumusta man, okay ra ka ba? Wala ka na siya? Ganahan ba ka? Okay, steps to evaluate. Apit na yun. Leaders, come up with right questions. Ask the hard questions. Disciplers, pangutan na, ga-masturbate pa ka? Tinuod na, if the struggle is pornography, do not be afraid to ask the hard questions. Are you still struggling? How many times did you watch today? Do not be afraid because we have to know what is happening. So, in service teams, come up with the right questions. Number 2, confront the facts. Whether good or not, let's confront the facts. And do not feel bad about it. Matod pa ni Kuya Carlo, you don't need to feel bad. You just have to change. We cannot improve what we do not know. Pausa na tumabawan kung okay pa di ay ta, kung di ta kabalumaw, ganin na, mubalik ka again sa atong ministry evaluations. Kay kinahanglan mabawaan nato how are we doing. And lastly, in evaluation, we celebrate victories. Okay, no matter how small, no? No, if you want a behavior repeated, then you need to reward it. Few things are more rewarding for a volunteer than hearing his or her name shared as part of someone's life-changing story. So we want to make that a culture ng ano, we want to hear kumusta imong invite, kung sa giingon, kung sa ang feedback. Grabe, short kayo ang time, and I know na grabe gisaksak nato siya, but actually when we will have our CC with our leaders, we are going to look back to the material and discuss it again. And that is what we want you guys to do. No? Huh? Yeah, I mean sa CC ba? Sa CC po, no, we will look into the material again and all, and the ST heads, we will look at our vision statement again. We want to hear your goals, we want to hear your wins, we want to hear your steps. Sa CC leaders, you will also expect that we will be asking you also mga steps na ato ang i-take. Okay, so pwede na mag-keyboard, diba? Pwede na mag-pray.
All the men will stay. All the men.
Okay, campus pa. Okay, sige lang, okay lang. Fourth man. Sige, all the men stay. Oh, diba? All the men stay daw mo. Kung na mo man. As we close in prayer, unta makita ninyo mga seryoso mi. O seryoso ta. Sa grasya sa Ginoo, we know that we cannot do all these things without the Lord. But we also believe that with everything that God gave us and how He has equipped us, we will do everything to do what He wants us to do. The Bible says, the Lord has already equipped us with every good thing buhaton. Walay rason nga dili ta maningkamot. Okay? So sa ato ang 2 days, we will still have Growth Academy 2 and that's different topics sa dayon. And we realize kailangan na mo i-shorten para dili kay kadali. Pero kindly review your material and study it. And let's discuss it sa ato ang CC. So let's all rise. Before we end and before we sing again, what is your take-home word for today? In topics 2, 3, and 4, what are the things na nag-stick sa imuha? Sa topic 2, we talked about owning the vision. No? We talked about knowing yourself, knowing God, knowing our environment. In topic 3, we talked about progressing with the vision. We have to cast the vision, align with the vision, serve for the vision. So, Toti, talk about the vision. And in topic 4, we talk about practical steps that we should do as leaders. Kung sa uban sa inyo ha, ang challenge sa inyo ha today is, I want to be a leader. I want to do what it takes. I want to be used by God. If ikaw na, if you are that person, tell God, Lord, I want to be a leader. I want to be used by you mightily, God. If you are a leader, maybe your prayer is, God, I want to be an effective leader. Lord, somebody that you will be able to entrust more of the valuable things, oh God, Lord, your vision, your plans. If you're a leader now but you're not serving excellently, if the whole 2 days you were absent-minded, ask the Lord God, unsa ako ang makuha gapon from this? I'll give you a few seconds of silence so that you can think about your take-home word. Respond to the Lord. If you are saying in your heart, Lord, here I am, send me. Here I am, use me. Lord, I don't know how. Wala pa gani ko yung tao, wala pa gani ko yung win, pero God, Lord, I want to, here I am, send me. Utter a prayer to the Lord and tell Him what is in your heart. Song Alabaster Jar in his tea. And let's respond to the Lord. And you're telling God, Lord, my alabaster jar is my time. My alabaster jar is my desire, my alabaster jar is my effort. God, Lord, akong ginahatag sa imuha karon because I want to be used by you. And the chorus says, here I am, take me. So let it be the desire and the cry of our heart this afternoon as we close. without saying this, no. Maybe some of you guys, leaders, you have regrets na daw. Kanang i-convict ka ni God na murag na-fail ka. Murag after listening to everything yesterday and today, na nakita ni mo, Lord, nagkatang kayo kung wala na buhat, na dapat nabuhat na ako. Murag, Lord, I really feel like I failed in my leadership. I let you down. I let my people down. I let my leaders down. I don't know if naa ba, if you have regrets and you feel condemned. The Lord wants to tell you once again today that sometimes He allows us to experience failures and weaknesses so that He will see our need of Him. Sometimes makita nato atong failures as leaders, no, na marabag, Lord, dapat isulti na ako to. Lord, dapat wala na ako itong isulti. Lord, dapat ibuhat na ako to. Pero nga na wala na akong ibuhat. Dapat wala na ako to nabuhat. You know, this time, the Lord wants to use you without all the baggages. So, this time, the Lord is giving us a chance to surrender everything to Him were before, but because of your wrong choices, your pastors had to remove you from leadership. But then you feel na scarred gihapon ka ana. The Lord wants you to surrender that today. Surrender what you think is failure, because the Lord can turn that and use that to make that a beautiful thing. Yesterday is gone. Today is a new day. Amen? If you failed, if you're not a leader, pero you were given a chance before, gisaligan ka, pero you failed, I'm telling you again now, yesterday is gone. Today is a new day. And the Lord doesn't want you to feel condemned. The things that we talked about is not meant for you to feel bad about yourself. It's meant to push us, to challenge us, to encourage us. The Lord believes in what we can do. And we guys, if we push you, we rebuke you, we believe in what you can do. So it's done, it's over, and the Lord just wants you to know that He does not keep a record of your failures. He does not keep a record of your wrongs. God's mercies are new every morning. His faithfulness is great. That's the power of His grace. And so every one of us, old, young, new, again, as we have said yesterday, we are giving every one of you a clean slate as God has given us. Everyone who wants to grow in leadership, you are welcome. It doesn't matter what your past is, it doesn't matter where you are now, but you know what, if you are faithful and you say, oh, I want to be a leader, I want to be used, everybody, we are on the same ground. So let's just receive that forgiveness from the Lord. God, salamat. Kaya bisan nag-fail me, dagami mo tao, God, Lord, na wala na mo kakabuhat, na mga kabuhat kong tama, wala ni nag-respond, isaligan ni mo, but we let you down, we let our leaders down. God, Lord, we accept, we ask for your forgiveness, and we receive that forgiveness this afternoon. Salamat, Lord, because you love us. Salamat, Lord. You don't grade us based on our performance. But God, Lord, you believe in us, and you will never stop hoping. You will never stop believing in us, oh God, because you will make sure that the vision that you have for our lives, oh God, will come to pass. Lord, salamat sa fresh start. Salamat sa imong pugma. Salamat, God, sa imong mercy. Father God, Lord, you know the hearts of everyone here. Kabalo ka, Lord, kinsa to mga gaingon karon na gusto nila ihatag, ihala na nila mga kinabuhi sa imuha. Lord, para magpagamit sa imuhang serbisyo. In your service, you know who they are. That's why allow us to see who they are, oh God. And Father, Lord, I pray you will strengthen them. You will give them boldness and courage. You will enable them to be faithful. And God, Lord, guide us, your pastors, that we will be able to put the right people, oh God, Lord, into leadership. Katulad, Lord, na imong ganahan, o Lord, katulad na imong pinili, oh God. Lord, salamat sa imong pag-guide sa amuha, salamat sa kusog na imong gihatag para ma-prepare ang materials, magbasa, maminaw sa imuha. God, Lord, it's only by your strength and by your grace. And kapasalamat, Lord, for everyone who's here. Kabalugin naghatag sila of time, ikaw ang mag-return ana sa ilaha, Lord. Father, we give you glory, we give you praises because you deserve it, Jesus. Thank you for your love, Holy Spirit. Thank you for being with us. We give you, Lord, all the glory, honor, and praises. In Jesus' name, amen and amen.
Amen. Hello. Hi. Amen. Wow, so I'm excited. Salamat sa Ginoo. So palagpakan nato si God kung gusto na palagpakan. Thank you, Lord, for the strength, for the sustenance. Thank God for the time that He has given to us. We praise the Lord for making you available to be here for our Growth Academy 1. And there are a lot of things that God is in store for us. And as I will be meeting the men for just like 5 minutes lang, dali lang kayo. Mga men, the campus people, you can start preparing after the meeting. Dali lang, short lang kayo. Okay? So God bless us all. Thank you so much. And Campus Jam will follow.